We're so used to fighting fire with fire. I've done that in previous relationships. You've done that. I truly believe that
we have all these blockages in us when we're children, and they will stay there until you can get them out, whether it's through some breath work, whether it's being around people you feel safe enough to get this out.
peace is one of the higher vibrations that you can actually experience within yourself. It's really, really important to be that person that somebody comes home to and is excited to come home to, because I know a lot of relationships these days have problems because... Welcome to Krystal Rowe Impact, a space dedicated to empowering you to be the change that your bloodline has been waiting for. Join me and together, let's inspire change. Kia ora whanau, and welcome back to the Krystal Rowe Impact Podcast. And today we're going to talk about becoming a peaceful woman and what that means in today's society and how that actually can impact not only yourself, but for those around you. And today I have my amazing husband, who I have had the pleasure and honor of being his peaceful woman.
Yes, you have, my love. Yep.
And today, whanau, I want to really highlight the importance of being peaceful and what that actually can do for those around you. It's not an easy journey to actually get to that point in your life, and there's a lot of work that you need to do. There's a lot of choices that you need to make, but most importantly, I think it's about the intention that you want to be for somebody else, how you want to show up for them, and how you want to represent yourself as that person in not only your partner's life, but your children. Like, are you your loved one's safe space? Are you the peaceful place that they want to rush home to? Or are you chaos? Are you fear? I encourage you to ask yourself that question. What are you to your family? What are you to your children? And most importantly, what are you to your husband? Are you peace or are you chaos? My love, I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How has me being a safe and peaceful place for you to heal in actually impacted or sped up your journey?
Being around you, my love, and since we've been together has honestly 10x my healing journey in many ways. And one of the other podcasts we talked about, children having love and safety. Like growing up, there was a lot of love in our house, but there were times where there wasn't a lot of safety, and with safety you have peace as well. So when I started to feel the safety with you, like I was able to let go of a lot of things that were hurting me on the inside. You allowed that space for me to just get it out, which is so amazing. And we have all these blockages in us when we're children, and they will stay there until you can get them out, whether it's through some breath work, whether it's talking to someone about it, or journaling, or just being around people you feel safe enough to get this out. And I felt that with you like since day one, and it was just so refreshing and so beautiful to be able to just get out some of these trapped traumas that I had for me to grow faster. Yeah. So yeah, you allowed me. There was one point right at the beginning actually that you allowed space for me, and I actually released a trauma with you that I'd held inside since I was 6 years old. The feeling I got after being able to just freely bring that up with you, knowing that I had that safe space to do so, I just leveled up. I felt so free to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do remember that. It's one moment, I think, early in our relationship. And I remember holding you and just wanting you to be at peace. Like I didn't know what it was you were breaking down, to say the least. I think like you were like breaking apart, releasing, being fearful, acknowledging it, seeing it, living it, like all of those emotions were coming out. And I just chose to be there with you and just try and be peaceful, to hold that peace, to try and push it through into you. And while you're releasing all of that,
it was beautiful. You were like, you know now that you were the first person I've ever told this particular situation, and it was just a massive release, and it was beautiful.
And I feel like if we can, as women, be that pivotal point, that part, and play that role for men, especially because we are trying to focus on men's mental health a lot lately and all of that. I feel like in today's society, it's very masculine. I don't need a man kind of vibe. And it's like a woman's world. And women are taking over. And that's great. It's great. I strongly support women being empowered and going after their dreams. That's how we raise our girls, to be independent and strong, but also finding that beautiful balance of peace and harmony. And if we are that, because I remember back in the days, like you had your elder, you had your nanny, you had your mum and that, and they all were just so wise. You've got your wise woman. And I think as well as being strong and masculine and independent, having that balance of harmony and that perception of peace is equally empowering. It's equally as strong. It is so important. It is because then it allows space for men and others, children, friends, to be able to show up as themselves, knowing that they're going to be accepted. Because I think we have talked about it like back in quite a few episodes ago about the Hawkins scale of consciousness, and peace is one of the higher vibrations that you can actually experience within yourself. And when you are on that vibration of peace, and that's your goal, to always achieve peace, everything else flows. Like everything flows in that direction that you're going and that you want to achieve. I think that it's really, really important to be that person that somebody comes home to and is excited to come home to. Because I know a lot of relationships these days have problems because, men are struggling at work with the workload, and then they come home and then there's that pressure. But for you, when you've had a big day at work and you know that you're getting to come home to a peaceful partner instead of somebody that's going to pick on you and, judge you and point out what you haven't done. Like, how is that?
Oh, it just makes your working day go a lot quicker, and you start to enjoy it a lot better as well. Knowing that you're coming home to like your family full of peace and it's very very rewarding.
You seem peaceful already.
I am actually falling asleep
at the thought of it. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I think the reason to pursue becoming a peaceful woman for myself is not only empowerment within myself to know that I am creating a beautiful place for the people that I love, but it also empowers other women to do the same.
You're empowering me too to be peaceful as well. Like, let's say I do have a bad day and I come home with a bit of chaos and frustration, and I'm approached with just peace. My wife is just peaceful, so I'm going to mirror you. So if you like bounce back at me and say, well, I've had an effing bad day too and this and that, then I just want to overtake. I want to make my situation worse. So, but because you're peaceful, I mirror that, and which creates peace within inside me as well.
Yeah.
And it's just one beautiful, harmonic
relationship. And I love that too, because when this world's already so crazy and there's so much problems, and we're so used to fighting fire with fire. Like, I've done that in previous relationships. You've done that in previous relationships.
Your home needs to be a safe space.
Yeah. And I think normalizing the feminine role to be one of peace and harmony and support and nurture, because that's what the true essence of feminine energy is that nurturing, that loving, that kind and safe. It's like that motherly figure, kind of, just like, I just kind of feel like grandma vibes, you know, like you're just thinking of just like when you see your little grandma and she's just like everything, you know. And you'll know that too, how you feel with your nan and how much you just, you know, that one person. And I truly believe that we can all be that, whether you're male or female. You can always be that peaceful person. So if you love that episode and you could feel that peace that we were experiencing and that we live by, and if you would like to take a journey to becoming a more peaceful woman or man, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Reach out and leave a comment if you have a question or you want to know more about the programs that we run. And we will see you on the next episode.